All right, what's going on, everybody? Taylor May Hoops live and direct on this beautiful Friday. Today we'll be going over the tournament review and recap from the stage 2023 tournament hosted by TB5 Reports. Big shout out to Buff and the rest of the staff over there at TB5 for hosting a great tournament event. Great competition as far as the teams, from everywhere, a little bit everywhere. Had teams from California, East Coast, Oklahoma, some of the top teams, from Texas. So a very good tournament. Hospitality room was on point, everything first class. Once again, shout out to Buff for allowing Taylor Hoops the opportunity to evaluate the great players there at the TV5. At the stage. All right, so today, for the people maybe tuned in for the first time today, the tournament review and recap, we'll be going over the players that were tailor-made picks at the stage tournament this past weekend. These are players that I identified, evaluated, and feel have the attributes and skill level to play at the next level. So these are players that I end up picking as tailor-made picks. So once again, you go to tailormadehoops.com to check out the full player evaluations on the players. Today's just a quick recap. We'll talk about the players just a little bit, not too much in depth because really wants you to go to tailormadehoops.com and get that subscription and read those player profiles and all the other great things that we have on the website. That's just a great way to support TaylorMade Hoops and what we're doing. And I appreciate everybody that has that subscription that has already done that. So enough of all that. Let's go ahead and get down to the meat and potatoes, what you guys hopefully are tuning in for. These are the tailor-made picks. Yeah, once again these are the tailor-made picks. All right. Well, the first gentleman we have is Jacob Randall. He's a 6'4" guard, 2025 player. Plays his AAU ball for Adidas New World out of Washington D.C. He goes to Severn, Severn, Severn School in Severna Park, Maryland. This young man was really impressed with him. Knows how to get downhill, tough. Does a lot of things that necessarily don't show up on the stat sheet. Has a good skill level. Definitely a player, college coaches that you need to keep eye on. That's Mr. Jacob Randall, 6'4" guard, 2025 player. Plays his AAU ball for Adidas New World out of Washington D.C. Goes to Severn School out there in Severna Park, Maryland. Uh, Go ahead and make sure to check him out. If you're not already following him, his Twitter is Hoodie Jacob. So check Hoodie Jacob out. That's Jacob Randall, real good player. Next we have a young man by the name of Ladarius Jones. Ladarius Jones is a 6'4" guard, 2025 player. Plays his AAU ball for Adidas Southern Assault 16 and under. Goes to North Forney High School in Forney, Texas. This young man was scoring in transition, active defensively in the passing lanes. Definitely improving on that side of the ball, on the defensive side of the ball. Was sitting down in the half court, really trying to guard people, really engaged on the defensive end. So that was just great to see LD do that and attempting to do that. Like I said, we know what he can do offensively, but like I said, was scoring in transition. Definitely a player to take a look at college coaches. Ladarius Jones And if you want to get in touch with him, call his coach. His Twitter is Ladarius One Jones. Ladarius One Jones. So next we have a young man that young we have a young man by the name of Caleb Steger. Caleb Steger, 6 foot four guard, 2025 player, plays for AAU ball with Adidas Southern Assault 16 and under. Goes to Jesuit College Preparatory School out there in Dallas, Texas. Man, this young man is a flamethrower, knocking down threes, defending. Definitely a player to keep an eye on. Probably one of the better shooters, one of the top shooters in this class, in class 2025. Could really shoot that ball. Uh, you could get in touch with him as far as his Twitter is Caleb Stigger. Caleb Stigger. Uh, Next, we have a young man by the name of Aiden Argabright. Aiden Argabright. Last name is spelled Argabright. Aiden is a 6 foot 1 point guard, 2025 player, plays AAU ball for Adidas New World out of Washington, D.C. Goes to St. Stephen's and St. Agnes School in Alexandria, Virginia. This young man here was really impressed with this young man here. Good facilitator, uh, knows how to get downhill. Uh, a good floor general. Definitely kid college coaches that you want to keep an eye on. Once again, this is Aiden Argabright. Last name spelled Argabright. Uh, real good player. Aiden is, and his Twitter is Aiden Argabright. His name Aiden Argabright. All right. Moving right along. Once again, guys, hey, make sure if you haven't already gotten it, get your subscription to TaylorMadeHoops.com to get all these great full player evaluations. Right now, we're just giving you a little tease, just a little tease. So hopefully you go to TaylorMadeHoops.com and get that subscription if you haven't already gotten it. Once again, these are the tailor-made picks. These are players that I feel could play at the next level, have a skill level, attributes that would translate at the next level. These are the players that college coaches you need to be putting on your radar because I definitely trust my eyes and a whole lot of other people trust my eyes. So if I tell you, hey, this kid can play, hey, take it to the bank, cash that check, I promise you. So once again, guys, the next young man we have is Israel Ikea. Israel Ikea. Last name spelled Akeye. Israel is a 6'7" forward, 2024 player. Plays AAU ball for Houston Raptors, Benjamin, 17 and under. Goes to Kempner High School in Sugar Land, Texas. This young man is active, runs the court, active on both ends. Definitely a player that caught my eye. College coaches definitely need to keep tabs on him. Uh, his Twitter is Israel Ikea, which is his name, Israel Ikea. Definitely a player that you want to take a look at, guys. Definitely a tailor-made pick. Next, we have a young man by the name of Dorian Boyan. Dorian Boyan. Bowen. Dorian Boyan is a 6'5" point guard, 2026 player. Plays AAU ball for Young Pro Global, 15 and under. Goes to Whitehaven High School in Memphis, Tennessee. This young man here, guys, is a very intriguing prospect. Definitely diamond in the rough. I think he has a chance to be, one of the top point guards in this class of 2026. not just in the state of Memphis, but on a national scale, has that type of ability. Uh, Real impressive young man. He was getting into the paint, making plays for teammates. That's the thing I was real impressed with him. He's a pass first type of player. Get out there and go get 40. Hard to keep him from getting down here and finishing, but looking to make plays for teammates. So real impressed with his IQ. Dorian Boyne, 6'5" point guard, 2026 player. Uh, Definitely wanted to take a look at, guys. Uh, Definitely want to take a look at Dorian Bourne. Next, we have a young man by the name of Tyrus Crowell. Tyrus Crowell, last name spelled Crowell. Excuse me, guys. Tyrus is a 6'8" forward, 2026 player. Plays his AAU ball for Young Pro Global. Goes to Redwater High School in Texarkana, Texas. This young man is agile, active on both ends of the court. Seen him play. Seen him play last year as a going to as an eighth grader, as an incoming freshman. Definitely is continuing to get better. Uh, Stronger. Definitely a diamond in the rough, guys. I'm telling you. On this one here, definitely need to be taking a look at him. Not a lot of people don't know about him. Plays down in East Texas and Texarkana. Uh, not really just the big city, the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. So sometimes guys down that way in East Texas, which is primarily known for football, don't get a lot of exposure, what have you. But this young man here is definitely a diamond in the rough. Big Tyrus could play. Like I said, 6'8" forward, agile, active. Don't want to give the whole shebang. All the information, but definitely a player, guys, that you need to take a look at. Definitely one that is going to make some noise. So once again, go to TaylorMadeHoops.com and you can read about all these evaluations on these players. Have another evaluation on Tyrus, on the website. So moving right along. Next we have Major Hopkins. Major Hopkins. Oh, excuse me, guys. And Tyrus, let's see, Tyrus's Twitter is Tyrus Crowell 2026 for the college coaches that want to, try to keep up with Tyrus. Next, we have a young man by the name of Major Hopkins. Major Hopkins is a 6-foot guard, 2026 player, plays his AAU basketball for Young Pro Global, 15 and under. Goes to Naaman Forest High School in Garland, Texas. This young man here can really shoot the ball from deep. Good defender. Definitely has a bright upside. Uh, Definitely want a college coach to keep on your radar. If you want to try to follow him or what have you, his Twitter is at that was major OOHTHATWASMAJOR. Ooh, that was major. Like his Twitter, man. That's I like that. All right. Next, we have a young man by the name of Carter Chisholm. Carter Chisholm is a 6'3" point guard, 2026 player. Plays his AAU ball for Adidas Southern Assault, 15 and under. Goes to Mount Pleasant High School in Mount Pleasant, Texas. This young man really was impressed with how he was getting downhill, making shots, from a variety of places, threes, mid range, floaters, just really getting to it. This young man, what I was most impressed with is that his improved ability to play, accelerate when he gets downhill and to play at different speeds. A lot of time kids can only, play at one speed. They fast out of sound records. They don't know how to, to play at different speeds, at different shifts, different gears. And he's improving on that and learning to do that. So I was real impressed with Carter Chisholm as far as that aspect of his game. Once again, Carter Chisholm, 6'3" point guard, 2026 player, plays his AAU ball for Southern Assault 15 and under, goes to Mount Pleasant High School in Mount Pleasant, Texas. Another East Texas gem. Yes, sir. Next, we have a young man by the name of Delano Tarpley. Delano, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right. First name spelled Delano. Delano Tarpley is a 6'9" forward, 2026 player. Plays his AAU ball for SA Future 2026. Goes to Brennan High School in San Antonio, Texas. Was really impressed with how this young man rebounds on both ends of the court. He blocking shots, blocking and altering shots. Uh, really has a chance to be a real good player. Like I said, don't want to give a full player evaluation. If you want to know more about Delano and the rest of these players, go to TaylorMadeHoops.com to get that subscription. But anyhow, Delano's real good player. Really impressed with this young man. Has a chance to be pretty good. Uh, only, like I say, only 2026 player going into his sophomore season. So uh, definitely want to make sure, guys, that we you know keep track of him. His Twitter is at Delano, excuse me, underscore Tarpley. Uh, and sorry, Carter Chisholm. His Twitter is at Carter Chisholm. All right. Next, we have a young man who, oh my God, I guess you would say he had a coming out party, even though everybody else is late to the party. Been on this young man since his sophomore year, 2 years ago. So that would be with 2021. Been on this young man by the name of Daniel Thomas. Daniel Thomas is a 6'8" forward, 2024 player, plays his AAU ball for Lone Star Elite 17 and under, goes to Carter High School in Dallas, Texas. He probably was one of the most talked about players, like I said, coming out party. Lone Star Elite, if I'm not mistaken, may have went 4-0 in the tournament, beat a lot of good teams, played a lot of good against a lot of great players. Daniel did at his position, held his own against all of them. Might have outplayed a few of those guys. Uh, Stock is definitely rising. Picked up another offer. Should be picking up a few more. Young man is really improving. Good young man. Definitely diamond in the rough. What TaylorMade Hoops pride itself on. We try to find those players that, like I say, are under radar, under recruited that can play. Don't get me wrong, they can play. That are underrated or under recruited for whatever reason. We'd like to identify them early. Like you said, hopefully before everyone else, we pride ourselves on that. And Daniel is one of these players that I told everyone about 2 years ago. Saw him play, been seeing him play. Fortunate enough to be around the program at Carter. A lot of what have you. So been knowing about this young man here. Definitely, like I say, he's go be a good player. Kind of similar situation to his teammate Darian Scott, who TaylorMade Hoops had the great pleasure of assisting in the recruiting process with, who just signed with Auburn University. Guys were sleeping on AD, told him about AD. I mean, you didn't want to listen, what have you, and end up, was two-step process for him. Went to Navarro, did a great job down there. They did a great job of continuing his development. And now, like you say, he's going to play at one of the top schools in the country. So when I tell you a kid can play, guys, I'm telling you, take it to the bank, man. Daniel Thomas, I promise you. Y'all gonna wake up. But anyway, Big Daniel, what was Big Daniel doing at the tournament? That's what y'all want to know. Man, Daniel was finishing above the rim, scoring around the basket, showing his multitude of moves when he gets that ball in the paint. No matter who's guarding him, I mean, got the jump hook, now he got the fadeaway turnaround. I mean, I seen him out there shooting the one leg of a dirt shot, man, getting to it, man. So Daniel is one, like I said, he's one of the biggest stock risers, as they say in our business, and his stock will continue to rise. Daniel Thomas, 6'8" forward, 2024 player, Lone Star Elite 17 and under. This is AAU team. It plays at Carter High School in Dallas, Texas. All right, next we have a young man by the name of David Punch. Oh, excuse me. Before we move on, David Punch. Daniel's Twitter is at only Daniel, and it's 0NLYDANIEL 0NLYDANIEL. Only Daniel. All right. Next we have Mr. David Punch. David Punch is a 6'7" forward, 2024 player, plays his AAU ball with EYBL Drive Nation 17 and under. Goes to Dynamic Prep in Irving, Texas. David was displaying his athleticism, being active on both ends. Definitely a great player. Like I said, his stock's been rising all of this summer. He's probably one of the highest stock rises this summer. You know, he went from kind of being relatively unknown to now, like you say, being one of the most sought after forwards in this class. Started out his first few years after at Harker Heights High School, after Killeen, Texas, Central Texas, which is an area that sometimes doesn't get a lot of love as far as recruitment and things of that sort. But like I said, that's a great area, with a lot of diamonds in the rough. But Big David, definitely a player, definitely a player. Next, we have a young man by the name of Leon Horner. Leon Horner is a 6'6", 6'6" wing, 2024 player. Plays his AAU ball for EYBL Drive Nation 17 and under. Goes to Dynamic Prep in Irving, Texas. Was really impressed with how he was attacking the basket, displaying his athleticism. Definitely a player that you want to put on your radar. Leon's Twitter is at Leon Horner 8, at Leon Horner 8. And I apologize, David. Twitter is at David Punch. All right. Next, we have another young man who quietly has gotten better and better. I remember watching this young man as a sophomore, I believe. Yeah, as a sophomore, I believe. And I was real impressed with him back then. Real long, lanky, but like the way how even back then how he had those long strides, get downhill, knew how to utilize the Euro step and things of that sort to get to the basket and finish. Now he's got taller, stronger, more athletic. And speaking of no other than Jared Harris, who's a 6'4" guard, 2024 player, plays his AAU ball for Houston Superstars 17 and under, goes to Silsbee High School in Silsbee, Texas. Uh, this young man was finishing above the rim, attacking the basket. His stock is definitely rising. He's definitely one of those players that had a whole bunch of potential upside, has is maximizing that potential upside as we speak, getting better and better. Definitely a player to be reckoned with. Jared Harris. His Twitter is at the Jared Harris one. At the Jared Harris one. All right. Next, we have a young man by the name of Alex Barther. Alex Barther, Barther. Barther is a 6'5" guard, 2026 player. Plays his AAU ball for Adidas Southern Assault 15 and under. Goes to Eastern Hills High School in Fort Worth, Texas. Really impressed with this young man, getting downhill, displaying his offensive versatility. Could play all three positions out on the wing, point, shooting guard, and small forward. Very versatile player. Really liked him. I call him Mr. Do It All. Mr. Do It All. Alex Barther. Definitely a player to put on the radar of college coaches. His Twitter is at A Barther 2. A Barther 2. At A Barther 2. Uh, Next, we have a young man, excuse me, guys, by the name of Miles Flemings. Miles Flemings is a 6'8" forward, 2026 player. Plays his high school ball at Union High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Uh, Plays his AA ball for Under Armour KC Run GMC 15 and under. Was really impressed with this young man. Good hands, finishes around the rim. I mean, I had to ask him did he play football because catches everything like a tight end. I mean, great passes, not so good passes, what have you. He has big paws, big hands, catches everything. Definitely impressed with this young man. Has a bright future. Had a chance to, kind of rap with him. Seems to be a nice, respectful young man, humble young man. That's Miles Flemings, and his Twitter is Miles underscore FLE5. Miles underscore FLE5. All right, guys. Once again, if you haven't already got your subscription to TaylorMadeHoops.com, go to TaylorMadeHoops.com to get that subscription. So you can get all this great information, the full player evaluations on the kids, because this right here, guys, is not, as y'all say, a write up or what have you. This is just a snippet, not the full player evaluation or the full write up. You might want to go to TaylorMadeHoops.com and get that. Also, college coaches, make sure that you subscribe to TaylorMade Hoops Scouting Service. Just don't go to follow me on Twitter and get the information, or go to my website and get the information. Go ahead and go into that budget, and guys, and treat yourself and go ahead and get that subscription to TaylorMade Hoops Scouting Service. Contact me, college coaches. I got a packet to fit your recruitment needs. I have a packet for you. Yes, I do. All right. Next, we have a young man by the name of Isaiah Rogers. Isaiah Rogers is a 6'3" point guard, 2026 player. Plays for Players Play Elite 17 and under. Goes to Corona Centennial High School in Corona, California. Isaiah, as I stated, is just going to the sophomore year, but he was playing up on the 17 and unders team. Couldn't tell it. Young man is very mature for his age, physically and mentally. Good IQ. Uh, Definitely like the way got downhill. The way he finds people. Definitely wise beyond his years when it comes to the basketball standpoint. Young man definitely knows how to play, especially at that young of an age. Isaiah Rogers. Make sure to go to TaylorMadeHoops.com to look at his full write up, or excuse me, evaluation. And you could, if you want to follow Isaiah, his Twitter is Isaiah Rogers 21. Isaiah Rogers 21. All right. Next, we have a young man by the name of Pearson Carmichael. Pearson Carmichael is a 6'7" wing, 2024 player. Plays his AAU ball for Players Play Elite 17 and under. Goes to Summit High School in Bend, Oregon. Uh, real impressed with this young man. High basketball IQ, knows how to play, displaying his ability to score inside and out. Was getting buckets inside and out. I mean, shooting the three. Uh, you know, man, man, getting to it, man. This young man, he can score that basketball, man. Definitely a player, college coach. If you already don't know about him, you need to know about this young man here. And his Twitter is Pearson Carm. So let's spell it out: PearSonCarm 2024. That's his Twitter. All right, guys. Next, we have a young man by the name of Desmond Jones II. Desmond Jones II is a 6 foot point guard, 2025 player, plays his AAU ball for Family Ties 16 and under, goes to Lancaster High School in Lancaster, Texas. This young man was doing what he always does, getting downhill, playing tough on both ends. Definitely a player to be reckoned with. One of the top point guards in the class of 2025, I believe. In the state of Texas. One thing you also get with him is maximum effort on both ends. Young man plays hard. High level competitor, no matter what it is. Plays hard, man. Plays hard. Like we all know, believe it or not, that's a skill. So Desmond Jones II, 6 foot point guard, 2025 player, Lancaster High School, Lancaster, Texas. Family Ties 60 and under is his AAU team. All right. Next, we have a young man by the name of Steven Ramirez. Steven Ramirez is a 6'5" guard, 2025 player. Plays his AAU ball for Family Ties 16 and under. Goes to Keller High School in Keller, Texas. This young man was knocking down shots, defending. Like I said, he's a deceptively good defender. Knows how to get his butt down, move his feet. Really puts forth an effort on that end of the court. Impressed with Steven Ramirez, 6'5" shooting shooting guard, 2025. Family Ties 16 and under, Keller High School, Keller, Texas. His Twitter is STEVENRAM 2025. STEVENRAM 2025. All right. Next, we have a young man by the name of Trap Johnson. Trap Johnson is a 6'5" guard, 2024 player. Plays his AAU basketball for EYBL Drive Nation 17 and under. Goes to Belton High School in Belton, Texas. That's not too far from Waco. Uh, in between Waco and Dallas, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. One of those great Central Texas gems. Trap Johnson. Trap was displaying his athleticism, defending at a high level. Was impressed with that because he's very, athletic. So I'm like, yeah, how is the athleticism going to translate, on the defense end? How does he utilize the athleticism on the defense end? Just not on the offensive end, because a lot of times players they just utilize it just on the offensive end. But this young man knows how to use that athleticism and great size to move his feet, uh, be a real good solid defender, force guys into tough shots or what have you. So really impressed with Trap. Trap's Twitter is at Trap underscore Johnson 23. Trap underscore Johnson 23. Next, we have a young man by the name of MJ Thomas. MJ Thomas is a 6'7" forward, 2024 player. Plays his AAU ball for EYBL Drive Nation 17 and under. Goes to Link Academy in Branson, Missouri. Was a precious young man. He was being active on both ends of the court. Good motor, playing tough. That's what I like about him. Sometimes guys that have the uh, size that he has as far as his frame, don't want to, get out there and old school and, just move, use their body to, move people around and, in position and get space or what have you, shy away from contact. Not him. This young man here, he's looking for the smoke. Really loves energy. MJ Thomas, 6'7", forward, 2024, EYBL Drive Nation 17 and under, Link Academy in Branson, Missouri. His Twitter is at the real MJ Thomas, at the real MJ Thomas. All right, guys. Next, we have a young man by the name of, let's see how. Man, look at y'all wait, y'all wait. Oh, who's next? All right, guys. Last but not least, we have a young man by the name of Kaya Price. Kaya Price is a 6'6" wing, 2024 player. Plays AAU ball for Under Armour, Showtime 17 and under. Goes to Mount Pleasant High School in Mount Pleasant, Texas. Was really precious young man. Uh, Plays with a lot of great energy. Was defending. Uh, Being active on both ends. The defending part is the most impressive part that I was really kind of uh, made me kind of just really just put my eyes on this young man. Is that he's a versatile defender, guard, 4 or 5 man, get out there on the perimeter, guard the wing or what have you. Very real versatile defender. Also, offensive, excuse me, offensively, what have you, very, very active on the offensive end, especially rebounding and things of that sort. Defensive, same thing. Like I was saying, very active on both ends. Plays with a lot of energy. Definitely has a lot of potential and upside. Coming back off of an injury, only really been playing back, in motion a few weeks or what have you. Had an injury that kept him out a lot of time this summer or what have you. But getting better. Getting back to being able to run and jump like he really can. Has 38-inch vertical. So definitely kid college coaches to keep an eye on. Definitely, obviously, like I said, coming off an injury, so he's definitely going to get better as the season going on. Like I said, revamping back into shape. I saw that's one of the other things I was glad to see was his conditions getting better. Being off, all that time was off maybe like 5 weeks due to the injury. So him just being back playing maybe these last 2 or 3 weeks of action, like I say, really revamping, forming back into shape, getting his timing back, regaining his athleticism and his confidence. So look for big things for Kyle Price down there at Mount Pleasant High School this year during the season. No, of course, if I'm not mistaken, uh, Gasso, Great American Shootout, and those guys, Texas Hoops, they're gonna have a shootout of some sort coming up right before the basketball season, what have you. So college coach, you get another chance to see him, before the season. And like I said, he'd be looking a lot more better, looking more like himself, and on into the season definitely will be a player that you want to keep on your radar. You don't want to miss out on because what I always tell you, if I tell you a player could play, take it to the bank. Like I said, I'm giving you a gem. Kyle Price, 2024, uh, tailor-made pick. Diamond in the Rough, Mount Pleasant High School, Dallas Showtime, 17 and under. All right. Once again, guys, these have been the tailor-made picks from the stage 2023. Hashtag the stage TB5. Shout out once again to my main man Buff for hosting a great tournament. This tournament went on not this past weekend, the weekend before that went on Friday. July the 14th, Friday, July the 16th, 2023, Friday through Sunday, out at the SWAC in Carrollton, Texas. Great tournament, like I said. Oh man, just college coaches everywhere. So, players, you can't blame your coach, can't blame your mom, can't blame your dad, can't blame your trainer, can't blame your teacher, can't blame nobody that you didn't have an opportunity. Life is about taking advantage of those opportunities. That's why Buff called it the stage, meaning that you were on that stage, and when you're on that stage, you got to perform, you got to produce, because sometimes you only get that opportunity to showcase what you got on that stage one time. That college coach may only get a chance to see that one time. So you want to make sure that hey, you make it a good outing, a good performance, because college coaches talk and college coaches remember things, and so you definitely want them to remember you. If nothing else, you want them to say, "Hey, I just know, man, that kid was out there competing, playing hard." That's why I always tell kids at the end of the day, man, if you play defense, go out there and get after it on the defensive end. If you play hard with a motor on both ends, and you just play the right way, meaning make the right plays. Hey, if you're open and that's your shot that you've been working on, that's what you do. That's your skill level. Trust your work. Shoot it with confidence. If that's not your shot, that's not your game. Hey, swing the ball. Drive, kick, whatever the case may be. Because the thing about this, we get a lot of kids in trouble in events like this, especially AAU events in general, is that they want to go out there and do a whole bunch of one-on-one and stuff like that, and that makes themselves look bad because they're not understanding that sometimes, even though you may be knocking down those shots, it's still not a good shot in the eyes of a college coach. They're looking at it like, yeah, he knocked down that shot, but that's a hero shot. How many times is he gonna hit that shot? On a percentage basis. So that's what they look at and what have you. Once again, for the people that don't know, Coach Taylor coached at the collegiate level, every level, Division One, all the way down to junior college, being a high school head coach in the DFW Metroplex. Also coached AAU, so I've have seen it in being coaching on every level. So I've seen a lot, and I just try to share those experiences with parents and players, and just like the kids say, just keep it a buck, keep it 100, and that's what's going to get you on the court, guys. Because when you get to the college level, I promise you that uh, one of the things college coaches could tell you is that when you get to college, everybody can play. So it's like, what else can you do other than scoring to help the team win? True enough, yes, we recruit you maybe because of your ability to score the ball, or whatever the case may be, because you're a good shooter, what have you. Everybody know colleges recruit, for their system, their style of play, meaning that hey, I need a guy, this size that could knock down, the three in the corner, what have you. I need a big man that can rim run, the rebound, whatever the case may be. So what I'm saying is be a star in your role, but know your role and understand that it's more to affecting the game, especially when you get to the college level and to the professional level, than scoring the ball. True enough, yes, they don't want to just they don't want to recruit somebody that don't have a skill level, they can't dribble, shoot, or pass, or anything like that. But they also want to recruit people that can do other things. So other things, be a good teammate, things of that sort, rebound and defense, what have you. But I'm telling you something, man, that can never gets old, man. Playing hard, playing defense, not that hard, man. Play hard, play defense, play to your strengths. So if you're shooters, hey, get out there, knock down shots. Your point guard, your facilitate point guard, get down there, make teammates better. Hey, your scoring, playmaking point guard, hey man, get down here, get to the basket, get to the free throw line, whatever the case may be, man. You're a rim runner, run the rim. Run the court, what have you. So that's all, man. I'm not gonna hold you up. Not gonna talk to death. Appreciate your time. Uh, Appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, go to TaylorMadeHoops.com to get that subscription to support TaylorMade Hoops, and also to get the full player evaluations, because it's just been a tease. So don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. College coaches, the same thing. Make sure to uh, contact me to subscribe to that scouting service. and follow me on all social medias. It's TaylorMade Hoops, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TaylorMade Hoops. Hey, appreciate everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Uh, Appreciate y'all. Peace.